Hello and welcome back to RajivCodeLab. So today we are going to build WebSocket Control Panel, and the name which I have given because we are going to control two LEDs, and also we are going to broadcast the Raspberry Pi Pico memory information to the basically the web page, and also we are going to test each part of the code using the Postman, and then we write the code for the HTML, and then we do end-to-end demo. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what all we are going to learn today. So first we are going to set up the routes basically for rendering the HTML and the WebSocket. Then we are going to broadcast basically the Raspberry Pi Pico memory information, okay, to the Postman, and then we are again going to trigger and control the LED from the basically Postman to the our Raspberry Pi Pico W using the WebSocket, okay, and then we are going to see end-to-end demo. So for this project, let's see what all you needed. So first we need Raspberry Pi Pico W, then breadboard, and two 220 ohm resistors, and three male-to-male jumper cable, and two LED of any color. Okay. Now you can see the prototyping here. Okay, it's very simple. Like I have connected to GPIO 0 and 1. Okay, so without further delay, let's get started. So first let's install the library, which is microdot. So using this library, basically we are going to create the WebSocket, and the same we are going to render the HTML page, the nice UI using the same. We are going to create the routes. So you can explore this one. This is a really nice framework. It's called, okay, manage packages, then search. Yeah, here you can see microdot, and this is the latest version. So let's install this. Okay, it got installed, you can see here. Okay, perfect. Now let's import some packages which is required for this project. So first we need to import machine, and then network for the Wi-Fi. Then we need to use microdot, and then send underscore file. So this is basically for sending the HTML file, I mean any file which you want to render to the route. So for that we need to import this, and then next would be the WebSocket from microdot.websocket import with WebSocket. Okay, so import GC for the garbage collection and memory, and then next we are going to use a sync IO, so which comes under async IO as sync IO, and then finally JSON, because we are going to send the JSON to the HTML page. Okay, so for that we needed, and the next let's define the function. Let me write disconnect to Wi-Fi function, and let's say sta if equals network dot. You know, this code is very familiar, right? We have written so many times. Sta if, and then if not, sta if dot is connected. Then let me write this connecting to the network or Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's fine. Let me write properly connected to the to IP, and here let's say sta if dot if config, and at the 0 index basically we'll get the IP. So we need to pass the same here. That's all. Now let me call this function to connect to the Wi-Fi, and we are good. At least we can check this much. So you know, like as I write the code, I like to keep testing and then moving, so that would be fine. So let me write main.py. Okay, let me just upload, and here connecting to the Wi-Fi, and let's wait. Yeah, it's connected. Perfect. This is the IP and we are good. Okay, so now let's move further, and then we are going to use basically microdot. So ape equals to microdot. We create the instance here for the ape, and here like we need to read the temperature sensor. Okay, like that I'm just defining ADC. So ADC equals machine.adc, and we know that comes with pin 4. Then conversion factor equals. So now let's define our two LEDs, which is green and red. So let me just write here LED green equals machine dot pin, and I have connected through pin 0. Okay, so that's what I'm passing here, and machine dot pin dot out. Okay, now let me do the same for the red. Okay, so let me just pull this one, red, and here this is connected to pin 1. Okay, now most interesting thing. Okay, so now we are going to create a route. Okay, so ape dot route, and here this is like our route. Okay, and let's define a sync and index. Let's give, you can give any name, that doesn't really matter, but yeah, it's good for the convention. So let me return. And before going ahead, first we need to run this ape.run, and here I'm just making as a debug equals to true so that we can see the logs. Okay, so that's good actually. So here we need to pass debug equals true, and we need to define the port. So I'm writing 80 so that I don't need to pass any port while accessing this, because 80 is the default port, right? So yeah, that's fine. Now let me just run this and I will show you very interesting thing. Okay, so you see this is our IP. So I'm coming to here, and you see this hello world. Okay, so this is nice. Now instead of returning this string hello world, we need to return the HTML file. Okay, so that also we can return. For that we need to create that. So let's come here and create. So let me just do plus, and you know, there is a let me just copy some basic HTML file. I just copy just for time saving. Okay, and I'm just showing like how we can render the HTML. Okay, so making on the okay, sorry, device is busy, so first I need to stop. Okay, then save, and the name I'm giving as index.html. So I'm just giving this one, and here, so now instead of returning this string, we need to send the file. Okay, so we need to return the send file. Okay, send file, this is what we added here, right? So this is the basically purpose of that. So now I'm giving the name, so which is index.html. Okay, now let me save and run. Okay, now let's come here and hit this. Now you can see this content is coming from HTML. Okay, like you can see inspect, and let me just remove this part. Yeah, you can see this is completely HTML, right? So we are good. Now let's move further and write the code basically for the WebSocket. Okay, so for the WebSocket, let me again, I need to define the route basically. So app.route, and this time I'm just writing, let's say, control panel. Okay, and then with WebSocket. Okay, so this is what we need to write. So we already added this, so the same I'm just writing here, so that this basically, see, this is the normal route. Okay, and once we add this with WebSocket, then this route would be considered as WebSocket. Okay, so that also we'll see. It's good to see. Okay, and let's say define, and again the function name I can give anything, so I'm just giving the same name so that it would be better for convention. So control panel, and here request, and we need to pass WS also here. Okay, so WS means WebSocket. Okay, and now while true, because this is WebSocket, so we need to keep listening basically. And let me just send you something. Okay, so I'm just sending something, await, and ws.send hello. Okay, so to see this, okay, I think I'm missing here. I need to pass like this. Let me just stop and restart. Okay, so let me just put the sleep for every 1 second. Okay, sleep, and here, and let me save. Okay, let me just stop and just run. Okay, okay, now I'm going to show you this WebSocket part. Okay, so how we can test that? Okay, so best would be our Postman. Okay, so let's open the Postman, and here let me just copy this, come to the let me copy this and come to the Postman, and here close this. I will do new, and we need to click on this WebSocket, and here we need to write WS. Okay, this one, and then our endpoint. So our endpoint is this, right? Slash this, and we just need to do connect or see. Yeah, new messages keeps coming. So yeah, now let's come here, stop this and remove this part, and let's write the actual code. Okay, so we are going to broadcast the memory. Okay, whatever the memory it has been used, so that we are going to broadcast. For that, let's define one variable, which is use memory equals GC, and all this part coming from the GC. Basically it called garbage collection, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, here it's a garbage collector. You can see this part, right? This intelligence. So yeah, so gc dot mem and allocated. Okay, so this is what we, and we need to show into the KB. Okay, so for that, let's divide this into 10 to 4. Okay, the same way we need to do 3 things. Okay, use memory. So this is fine. Now next thing what we have to do is we are going to read the temperature. Okay, and that we need to also broadcast. So let me write this sensor value equals adc dot read u16 into conversion factor. Perfect. And then temperature equals. Okay, now we need to send this all into a proper JSON, so that we can read that JSON value, and we can properly basically bind to the HTML, right? So let me just write, let's say 1 second. Okay, memory data, and let me write the same way, free memory, then total memory, and temperature, last one. Okay, this is perfect. Now, so what we can do is better to round this value, okay, like we did for this total memory, right? So the same way we can do for this one. So it would be, I mean, better, else we get some more decimal values, okay, so that will not look nice. And total memory we don't need to, because we already have done. And now what we have to do is, let me just write like a JSON data equals to, we need to JSON dot dumps and memory, oops, now let me just send, okay, wait, ws dot send JSON data. I need to enable the intelligence basically. This is not coming, so that's why it's taking some more time to write the code. Now let me write await sync io dot sleep for 1 second. Okay, we'll test this first and then we'll move forward. Sorry, line number 47. Oh, I forgot this comma here, so that's what it's breaking. Okay, now let me come here and clear message. Now let me connect, and you can see, right, this is perfect. Yeah, now we just need to basically, let me disconnect. Now we are going to write the code for basically whatever we send command, basically for turning on red LED or green LED. So that need to be basically some kind of like a listener should be here, right? So that it can listen and act on that. Okay, so that part is left. Now let's do that. And sync this one you can put later, and this is fine. Okay, now let me just write a try catch, because that would be safe, because we are reading here. So message equals await and sync io dot wait for. So basically this is like we are doing so that we can do the parallel. Okay, so like if you think like I mean, in every 1 second this is going to publish something, and let's say in between the some user has already triggered some event, so that should not be wait. Okay, that should instantly work. Okay, so for that we are going to use this. Okay, wait for, and here ws dot receive. Okay, and timeout, let me just write here, timeout equals to 1 dot oh, okay, and if message, okay, we need to see if message is there, then JSON dot loads message. Okay, so now let me just show you, okay, like what data we are going to send and what are we receiving. Okay, so that part also I will show you. So print data. Okay, so let me first close except sync io dot timeout error. Okay, then pass. Okay, perfect. Now let's see how are we going to send something. So far, like you see from Postman, like you can basically listen for the WebSocket events, right? So now we are going to clear this and connect, and okay, it's connected. Now it's coming, and the same time let me just write like let's say LED green, and value I'm sending like 1. Okay, so if I click on the send, and the same you can see here, so this is what printing. Okay, so we are good. Now let's move further and go ahead. So basically guys, I try to explain each and everything so that you will be aware. My videos actually usually go long, okay, like it's longer in the length basically, but yeah, I mean, once you watch this, like it will be very clear to you. Okay, you can implement by your one, so that's what I try. Okay, so let's do this. If I'm writing like this, okay, so I'm going to send this key basically. Okay, LED rate, that's why I'm just checking in the data. Okay, yeah, LED rate dot value, and here what I can do is data and LED rate. Okay, that's all. And again I'm just copying this because no need to type again. So this part is basically, let's say I'm passing like sending one. Okay, like for example here I sent for the LED green 1. So LED green 1 means the basically LED would be turned on. Okay, sorry, here LED green. Okay, so this LED would be turned on, and if I sent 0, then this would be turned off. So this is what basically I mean my purpose is to show you. Let me just run this. Okay, so okay, now I'm showing you first from the Postman, and then I will show you actual code. Okay, so I'm doing this LED 1. Okay, so I'm connecting this. Perfect, connected, and I'm sending this first. Okay, so once I send, you will see the green LED should be turned on. Oh, something happened, I guess. Yes, something broken. JSON syntax error, it's saying LED red, LED green. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, I'm just trying one thing. Oh, so this is what I'm doing wrong. So it's good to turn one second, it's good to turn this as a JSON, so that will get to know if something went wrong. Okay, so yeah, that's my bad. So let me just run again and try connecting. Now this time should be working fine. You can see, guys, now I'm turning this one as 1 and perfect. Now I'm turning both 0 0, sorry, 0. Now both would be turned off all together. Perfect. Now let's jump back to the original demo, the UI and all together. Okay, so yeah, let me stop. So we are going to put now actual code. Okay, so I mean that code is really long, so I'm going to just copy and paste. Okay, and I will explain you guys like how it's working, because that is, if I again write line by line, then definitely video will go more than an hour. Okay, so let me just copy and paste. Okay, so let me first show you, then I will explain. Okay, I cannot run from here, that's why. So this is fine. Okay, now forget about this Postman. Okay, now I mean this is nothing for us. Okay, so let's come here and just hit this. Yeah, now we can see, guys, this is coming in every 1 second. If you see, just keep an eyes, right? Everything is changing. Just you can ignore this humidity part, okay, because I am not using humidity. Okay, because we that doesn't comes by default with the Pico sensor. Okay, and I'm not using any external sensor, so this one just you can ignore. Okay, now I'm going to trigger this red LED. Okay, now you see instant. Okay, okay, perfect. Yeah, now let me show you on the phone. Okay, I'm going to just open this on the phone and I'm going to show you. Okay, so now if you see, I'm turning this red. Yeah, instant. Oh yeah, you can see, nice. Yeah, instant, perfect. Yeah, and this all part also you can see this keeps coming. Okay, so now let me turn off. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to explain the HTML code, which is not difficult. That's really easy. Yeah, but let's come and see. Perfect. Now let's start from the beginning. Okay, so if you see here, I added 2 links, which is for the nice design, that is the bootstrap CSS, and oh, this is not really required. This one you can remove. this is actually I just copy. Actually I'm making two part of it, one for the WebSocket and other for the MQTT. So that was the link basically for the MQTT. So okay, that's fine. I mean I will remove that. And then some style, okay, some body color it, and like a header, like I mean if you see this, okay, like for this and all, I'm just these are the CSS. Okay, you can use the same, or if you want to change, you can change basically. So these are the some CSS. Again, these are the controls which I have created. So if you see, this is a toggle, right? LED red toggle. Okay, so LED red, this one. Okay, next one is, yeah, so these are the all controls, and here you can see the main part. Okay, the script part basically. Okay, so what I'm doing is, like, WebSocket comes by default with the browser basically, or if you say JavaScript. So here I'm passing the same way. Okay, so ws// which I added in the Postman, and then location.host. Location.host means whatever the address I will put here. Okay, so this is called host, all the complete address. And after that, the endpoint, basically the control panel, this is the endpoint, right? And then I'm just listening this one. Okay, so listening for the data, and this is the console log I have done. So here, like, I can I mean just for debugging purpose, nothing else. So yeah, you can see all the data will come the same way. Okay, so this is just for debugging. So if you know a bit JavaScript, then definitely that would not be difficult for you. And then I have written one function, and in that function I'm passing the same data from the after listening, like in every each second, right? And the same, that is a format, like where required degree Celsius, wherever required the KB, the same way it, I mean that's what it's showing, right? If I show you, so here it's showing like a degree Celsius, and all other places showing like a KB, because these are the, I mean measurement is into the kilobyte, right? So that's what. And then now for turning LED on and off, I am just doing this. If checked, then I'm sending 1. If not checked, then sending 0. So the same way, if you see this, let's say I'm turned on, so 1 would come, and LED red, this is the key name, and this is the basically value. So if you see here, here, so this is what I'm reading, right? This is the key basically I'm checking, and the value, whatever value I'm getting, I'm assigning to this LED red dot value, so that it would act, right? So this is very simple. Okay, and this is all the green one. Okay, so I hope this is a really nice project for you guys. For me, it took a bit time to think and doing all the things, guys. And if you really like, I would appreciate you can support me on my Buy Me Coffee page. Okay, so you can get the code from Buy Me Coffee page. I will put the link into the description. So that's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.